Hey, hello everyone. Just to make sure you all know that this session, I'm going to record it and it is already being streamed on the YouTube channel. Let me start the recording of this. All right. Welcome to a new session, Fall 2021. It's CS47. I believe all of you are for this class, CS47. And is there anyone? Let me see. Okay, there were 31 students, 24 are here. Okay, this is good. This is good. Let me see the gallery view. Yeah, I see only a couple of you have turned on the video. For others, I would suggest that if you don't have a bandwidth problem or any other concern, please turn on the video. So it's basically, it's good to see people face to face, and I can start mapping names with the faces. So that would be request. Or otherwise, you can do, if you don't want to turn on your video, make sure you have your profile with your picture on, okay, front face picture on, so that at least I know your face. All right. So that's one thing. Okay. What else? Let's see. Let me put some difficulties up front for you. Like, definitely one thing you will feel that each semester I try something new to do at that semester. So in turns, you guys are kind of my test subject. And yeah, so for that, sometimes it becomes a little bit hiccups here and there on the courses, classes, etc. So we can work through that one. The other one is my accent. I have an Indian accent. So maybe it will be hard for some of you guys to follow up that. So if you are unsure or is not cannot follow through what I am talking about, please tell me to repeat. Okay, I'll try to repeat the things for you. All right. Everybody is like, can hear me properly, see me properly? All thumbs up. All right. I assume that's the case. All right. Okay. Let me quickly just give you an overview of our homepage on the course. I hope most of you have already seen it. Just for the sake of recording, let me share that up to you. Screen one, share. All right. So this is our front page of this course. And by the way, you can ask me any question anytime. You don't need to wait for anything. Just ask me question anytime if you have. What is there in this page? Let me start from down. So this is the picture. Probably I would recommend you to go and store it, print it, put it on your wall. This is the overall thing we're trying to learn in this course and in future 147, CS 147 course. This is a video I would recommend you to watch now, with a caution that you probably won't understand head or tail right now, or you will have many questions about different things, but watch it now. And then at the end, you can at the end of the semester, you can watch it back again, and hopefully at that point, things makes more sense to you. Right, so this is kind of a little bit fun video to watch and to know how a computer works. Okay, then we have pointers to different modules. We have like 8 modules, and each module follows with the chapters, like lectures, etc. Nothing big there. We have some link to the online class recording page that you can access from here. This is my YouTube channel. My classes are usually streamed live most of the days through this channel as well. Okay. We have links to the Zoom session registration. I use the whiteboard in the class, which you can access. Also, I shared the link with you guys. So this is the whiteboard I usually use for the discussion. So that's the link to it. And then we have late registration at code instruction. That is the one important thing if you are joining late. Late means, okay, I'll explain that later. And this is another important page, everything you need to know about this course. So let me, among these, let me go to this page. So you need to register for the class. Right now it is auto registration is on, means that if you are logging with using your SJSU account, then it will be auto approved. At some point of time, after the class list is settled down, I think it is on September sometime, like first week of September, I will turn off the auto registration, auto approval from the registration. What does it mean? So basically, this registration you just need to do once. You don't need to do for each and every session. Once you do it, you get an email from that system saying that this is the link, this is the meeting number. Keep that email with you. So just you need to register once and can join any session throughout the semester using that link. All right. So don't go through the Canvas link. I don't know if the Canvas integration has been smooth or not. In past, what happened, like after I turn off this auto registration process, then it will wait for me to approve that. Right. So that means if you go through the Canvas page, you'll go into that waiting mode, and if I don't see it, you don't get the link and etc. So please make sure first time auto registration you made, you get an email from the system with a link and meeting number and everything, and you keep that with you throughout the semester and use the same link, same meeting ID. All right. Okay. Now, let me go to the home again. What else? Late registration. For those who have registered late, means this is now, I think most of you don't need add code. It's a way, if there are openings in the class, you'll be added automatically by the system. But you still need to send me an email. Okay, this is important. If you have registered on or after August 19, please make sure you send me this email. Once I get it, I will just add you to my own list and send you a couple of links, especially for the prerequisite survey link. That is very important that you need to finish it up. All right. So make sure whoever has registered late on or after August 19, I think, yeah, August 19. Yeah, make sure you send me that email. All right. Now, going back, everything you need to know about this course. So before I jump in here, let me see if we have any question from anyone. I have disabled the chat, only reason that I want you to speak up. Hey, Nicholas, you raised your hand.
Sorry, I might have raised my hand by accident when I was trying to connect. I'm having a bit of internet problems.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine. You don't need to turn on the video or anything. You can just have your profile picture up. Okay, in the Zoom account section, make sure you upload your profile picture.
All right.
Okay, I see someone is attending through the phone as well. All right, so no question. All right. Okay, now let's look at this, everything you need to know about that page. So there is this 5 videos that I urge you to review them, especially the logistics. I'm not going to describe it again in the class. Class protocol, you need to maintain that. Then this video navigation is like where is what, the kind of what I'm showing you now, but it is more in details. And there is this part 5, the challenges. This is probably the most important video of all these 4, that how do you proceed in the class to make sure you get a successful grade, all right? You become successful in grade, you understand the subject, what is the method. In a nutshell, this is a flip style class. That means it is, like all the lectures are already pre-recorded and it is up in the web page, like Canvas pages. Again, it's linked to the YouTube videos and all this stuff. You need to make sure before you come to the class, you review those lectures and understand. Of course, you will have many questions probably from understanding point of view. You can log your questions in the discussions. I recommend you to do that so that I can answer it upfront, or some of your peer student can like answer it. It's an way to start an active discussion. So in the classroom, what will happen? You can think of classrooms as extended office hours. You come here, ask questions, clear up your confusion. We may do some hands-on problem. We discuss things together. So this is not a formal class. This is not a lecture session anymore. This is just a pure discussion session, actively led by students. Okay, I will be just participating there. You guys need to discuss things among yourselves. All right. We'll see how I can lead that thing, since we have like less number of students this semester. So I can possibly do some more discussion oriented sessions and group sessions together. All right. Okay, now, so that's the mode of our classroom. So probably for many of you, you are participating in a flipped style classroom for the first time, and there are challenges. These are different mode. Probably you're not expecting. Probably you expect something that you want to like come here, hear lectures, go back, study. So it is not like that. You basically study up front, then come to the class for the discussion. Sai, you have some question. Tell me.
Yeah, for the videos, so how do I know which one to watch? Because on your YouTube channel, I think you posted like every semester, right? For day 1.
For the lecture videos, no, I don't post it every semester.
Oh.
Okay, it is. So you go to the Canvas page, Canvas homepage. Let me show you then. That's a good question. Right. So here, so first of all, you can go to the syllabus, right? And in that page, for example, next day, right? August 25th. But before that, there are some tasks there, introduction to module 1 and lecture 1. So that you need to finish up before August 25th class. So that's why the deadline was like your to-do was August 24, 11:59 p.m. By that time, you go through these, look at this video, and then there is this other part, 24, lecture 1. So that's the one you need to review and complete before you come to class.
So you'll like link the videos for each module kind of, and we have to.
Yeah, it's already there. So if you visit the module, then you see like it has all the modules are lecture 1, 2, 3. Those are things there. And if you go to each of the pages, you will see there is a to-do date there on top of it. So that's the date by which I expect you to finish that up reading.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
All right. Okay, since we are here, let me explain this, what this page look like. A typical lecture page has a note. You can read through the note if it is sufficient for you, or you can watch the videos, corresponding lecture videos explaining me through the slides, or you can do both. I would say both. Doing both actually has advantage because sometimes I tell some extra through the videos which may not be present in the note. So I would say start with the videos, okay? And then you can subscribe your questions to this link, ask questions. So this link, where it goes to that module 1 Q&A. So if you look at the discussion page, it has been divided into this module 1 Q&A, module 2 Q&A, and you just transcribe your questions here, then either myself or your peer student will jump in, do some active discussion around your queries. All right, make sense?
Professor, I had a quick question.
Yes.
So during class time, like how does the time distribution follow, in the sense, how long do we spend time discussing the concepts we've watched, and then how long do we spend doing problems?
There is no fixed time. It is kind of on demand basis that we'll see per class. There is no fixed like allotment.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
All right. Then one more thing I wanted you to show. Each pages, right? Module. Okay, let's go to the syllabus again. And let's say we are talking about the first day's lecture. Let's look at what is there. So introduction to module 1. So this video will explain what is in this module 1 and what you are expected to do in this module. Also, some of them are transcribed as a Word. You can read through the pages. And then this is the, again, Q&A link that where you can ask the questions. And there is some assessment like quiz 1, but one thing, this quiz may not be just associated with module 1. Like sometimes it is, most of the case it is, but it can span over like 2 modules or 3 modules, something like that. And there can be some practice problem sets. So there are problem sets and some solution set also. If you go into module, I have already given the solution. What I would suggest, you go through the problem first yourself, like try to solve it yourself, and then look back into the answer. All right. So this is the exercise. You need to do it yourself. One more thing I want to mention: the lecture videos. Let's say we go to the module 1 organization, lecture videos. Let's say lecture 1. These videos, you will see, it has been recorded like few years back, and sometimes students are confused. Hey, I am in 2021, and why I am watching a video which is recorded maybe in 2018, 19? Why it is old? The think this subject, the subject you are studying here, is quite an old subject. And it has not been changed fundamentally since like 60 years, 80 years from now. So fundamental things are still there. Even when we will be studying some subject about the Boolean algebra, for example, which is the foundation of this whole computing system, it is created in 1940. So as a subject, this is very, very old subject. Basic conception has not been changed much for last 60 years. So first, what we are at this level, bachelor degree level, what we are trying to do is to make ourselves up to date with those existing concepts. And then only you can move up to the latest concept, what is going around in the computer hardware and architecture wise, which is practically in scope of the master's degree. So that's why don't get confused that, hey, this is an old topic, why I am being taught with the old thing. It is because the simple reason this subject foundation has been 60 years, same foundation, same architecture like this von Neumann architecture. If you look at the Harvard architecture, these are all old concepts and still being applied into the hardware. The one you are probably used to in the software world, computer science world, every year there is new software concept. Some like, look at, for example, Python. It has been popular probably in last few years. So popular. Before that, it was a Java day. Before that, it was a C++ day. It's changing every 2-3 years. And that's what got into our conception that, hey, computer science is like a very fluid stream. Every 2-3 years it's changed. But the fundamental of the computer science, this hardware level, it is not, it is same. It was similar architecture 20 years, 30 years back. It is similar architecture now. Only the basic architecture, only improvement is on top of the basic architecture. So that's what we are trying to learn in this course. All right. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, one more thing about the office hour slot. Like it is Monday and Wednesday from 4:30 to 5:45. What you need to do, you need to go. Am I still sharing? Yeah. You need to go to the calendar. And if you go to the course calendar, you will see there are available slots for my office hours. It's a 15-minute slot, I think. Yeah. 15-minute slot, you can go and reserve it on that slot. And if you click on that, you will see there is a Zoom link. So you will know what is the Zoom link, where to come in for that days. All right. So that's the office hour rule. So make sure you reserve your slot if you want to discuss anything with me through your Canvas calendar. Question? All right. Now let's try a little bit of a feature in the Zoom polling. We have 34. That's good. I believe this poll, you can do it anonymously. I believe so. So I'm launching the poll. Let's have like a minute to complete it, and I will get back with you on the result on this. So here it goes. And 10 seconds to go. There are 25 of 33 has participated. 29. I'll wait a couple of more seconds so that others can have chance to participate. Okay, I'm ending poll here. We have 29 response. Let me share the result with you guys. Okay, let me see. The early register, most of you, 86%. 4 of you are late registered. So make sure those 4, make sure you send me an email. All right. So I have shown you before what the email subject line, etc. needs to be done. Number second question was, are you familiar with the Boolean or logic algebra? This should be the part of the Math 42 or equivalent courses. 90% said yes, not sure said 3 of you. Probably want to recap your Math 42 course. Look at this is the logic algebra they said, or logic math, something like that. In the math world, it shares something else. It's not a Boolean algebra there. It's something in logic. Anyone wants to like elaborate on that? What you had it in the Math 42?
I think the course offered at SJSU is called Discrete Math.
Can you speak up a louder, Manasha?
Are you able to hear me now?
It's better.
I was just saying that Math 42 at SJSU is called Discrete Math.
It is a discrete math, yes.
Yeah, that's what they call it. So I think
so it has a 1 chapter. It should have 1 chapter on logic algebra, like
yes.
where it calls a true and false, or truth and something like that.
Yeah, it's the logic table.
Yeah, they call it,
I guess.
propositions.
Propositions, yeah. Those things. Those are that. And we call in the hardware world, it's called a Boolean algebra. We'll see. There's a little bit difference though between pure logic algebra and Boolean algebra. We'll study in the second part of this semester. Like after midterm, we'll study on those. Okay. All right. Let me see what is the popular language nowadays, you guys. Okay, Java, 93%. Yes, computer science department is more Java heavy. It's good. 3 of you know C, 8 of you know C++. Well, C++ can have C syntax in it anyway. Python seems like picking up. The others, please make sure you know some Python, okay? This is an interesting scripting language. Tickle, Perl, Ruby, okay. I am old days guy, then I know Perl, Tickle. HTML, some of you know. Cool, it is still Scala, okay. 1 of you know. That's good. Scala is a very hardcore CS language, I heard. I don't know, frankly speaking, that language. So, who knows Scala here?
That would be me.
Oh, okay. Which class? It's a compiler or language classes?
I believe it's 152 with Pierce.
Oh, right. Yeah, this is a functional language, right?
Yeah, it's built on Java.
Ah, right. Haskell is another such language, which is like is not popular, but it's a pure functional type of language. Lot of application in the computer science world, not really in the real world. Like Java has impact everywhere. There is Java. Nowadays, Python is becoming that, taking that part, especially with the AI packages and everything. People start loving Python. C++, those things, good you know that. I always compare C++ with Java, almost like an autonomous car versus the stick shift car. Java is autonomous car with an auto drive on. You just put a drive on, everything, nothing can goes wrong. And C++, everything goes wrong, along with all memory management and everything. But if you can control that language, if you know that language, you can do a lot more magic compared to Java. You have a lot of power in C++. But power comes with responsibility. So it is a very hard language to control anyway. But by the way, if you go into the embedded world, embedded software, lot of low-level languages, a lot of low-level applications actually can only be written with C and C++. C++ is the extension of C anyway. Java won't help you there. Just a footnote. All right, so this is good. This is something good to know that you guys are still on the Java. Good language, not an ideal language, but good language. Keep on, and it will actually give you a lot of more scope for your jobs. Job interviews and application is still there worldwide. Okay. Now let's try one more thing. Okay, let me share my screen once more. Okay, let's do the breakout room feature. Okay, today, what we can do in the breakout room, maybe we can have some small topics to discuss among ourselves with our peers, and I will visit room maybe time to time, one or two. Let me see. Oh, not winter break, summer break. Okay, let's do this thing in a group, okay? How's the summer break? That is the first thing you can discuss among yourselves. Second topic, that your initial impression about this class, and include both liking and room for improvement, whatever on top of your mind comes to you. And also do some discussion about the challenges that you are anticipating. Maybe you have reviewed online about the course, you probably heard from your peer student, and etc. Also indicate if any one of your group members have taken this class from me before, so you know my style of teaching in that case. Okay, so we'll take like about, let's say 10 minutes for this breakout session, and I'll visit your room, okay? Let me break it up.
Professor, can you put the
Yes.
questions? Can you put the questions in the chat so we can see them?
Oh, so you don't see it here? You can go
Yeah,
to,
like when we go into the breakout room, we can't see your screen. That's why.
okay, but can you go to the whiteboard? I can open up the chat. I don't open it up by default, but let me do that. But you can also go to the canvas and click on the whiteboard, and you can actually go to my Jamboard and see it. But I am opening up the chat for you guys. All right. And all right, let me stop sharing. You can go to the Jamboard. That way you know where to go for next day to see my discussion boards. And let me put this thing over here. This is the class, and let me assign the random breakout rooms. Okay, create, so how many? 34 are there. Okay, 4 people maybe. Assign automatically, create option. Okay, let me have 15 minutes. Let me assign 20. That's fine. Okay, all right. Oops. I need to do something. 4 means 7, 8, 9. Okay, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3. Okay. All right, here it go. Hey, welcome back to the main session. I visited a couple of the rooms. I wish that I could visit all of your rooms and talk to you at least face to face, somewhat like in a group setup. But anyway, time is flowing away. Anyone or two want to share what you discussed in your discussion session? Any interesting topic points came up?
So in our group, we had a freshman. So I'm a second year and the other two are juniors, and then there's one freshman. So we were basically just giving him life advice and how to navigate.
Okay.
How to navigate through college.
Uh-huh. That's not bad. That's good.
Yeah.
So none of the discussion came up that this teacher is really a strict teacher, somewhat towards the bad line.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, you guys didn't go to the web and search for me.
We were talking about this class, and all of us are looking forward. I mean, we know it's challenging. We've heard that this class is challenging, but I think it's a challenge that we're all looking forward to.
Yeah, that's what like I was explaining to a couple of other guys when I visited their room. So the target of this class is not really learn an assembly language and how to program with the assembly language and become master in the assembly language. That's not the target. Target is to use the assembly language programming to really explore the hardware underneath, how it behaves, how it runs your program, and understand a link between what the software program you write in your favorite language, maybe Java, Python, C, C++. You write it and how the computer executes your program. And if you know that mechanism, then you will be able to actually optimize your program for runtime and the memory. Like in the shorter runtime, with less amount of memory, you can achieve your program goal. And that's the basic target in the software industry world. Like if you go to the architect level, like a project lead level, that becomes your day and night dream, that how you can make your tool run faster within less amount of memory, especially if you go to the embedded industry, embedded software industry. So that is very useful to have an hardware understanding of your program. So that's the whole target for this semester, this class, and also computer architecture class, CS47. And other thing I was mentioning, that don't be ashamed or afraid to ask questions in the class. There is nothing called a stupid question. Every question is valid, every question is important. And please make sure you ask a lot of questions till your concept is clear. That is the only way to be successful in this course. All right. Okay, let's quickly overview what is upcoming next day. Then we can wrap it up today before time if you don't have any other question. Okay, let me share. So again, we'll go to the Canvas page. Where is my Canvas page? Share. Did I start recording? Yeah. All right, so here we are looking at next days, and what we will be doing next day is module 1, lecture 1. Again, let me go through the syllabus. So next day, 25th class, so 24th August, we have something to do. We have already gone through the module 1, what page that has. In fact, all the module pages, introduction of that module page has a similar setup. And then you go to the lecture 1. So in this lecture, we will review the overall concept of computing system. So it has a couple of like 4 parts. Even like if you go to, let me go through quickly to the PDF. So we have like, we'll see what is a computer in a formal term, formal definition. And then we'll kind of try to model it in a very simplistic block diagram view. with different components in it. And then basically from there, okay, so we start with this conceptual model, then we try to simplify it, and through the steps, we ultimately come to a simplified model like this. So this model, we'll pick it up throughout the semester to understand the computing system. So make sure you understand these steps, how we come from a little complex model into a very simplified model, like a processor and memory. That's it. In fact, your computer is nothing but a processor and memory in a nutshell. Okay, and everything else is a peripheral. It's just an external manifestation of what is in the memory, nothing else. And then we start dividing this part into pieces, small pieces, like for example, ALU, controller, register file, and we'll start diving detail into it in next lecture about what they do, what is their functionality in whole computing world, computing process. That's what we are targeting to do. So we have like 4 parts of the lecture: formal definition of computing system, then computing system in details, then basically computing system model. Here we explain how the model is simplified into a very processor and memory oriented model. And then we start a little bit subdividing this simplified model into the sub categories. So that's the lecture 1. So please make sure you review this lecture, and I know you will have many questions. Make sure you make it on this ask question, this discussion, and we'll pick up questions from there, and we'll discuss all these conceptual things in the next class. Question?
Yeah, Professor, I had a quick question.
Yes.
It's about, you know how you say it's to do for like viewing the modules by a certain date? There's no like hard deadline for that. That's just like you guiding us that we should be doing this before we get to class on that day, but it's not like affecting our grade or anything, right?
No, there is no grade point associated with that. This is
Okay.
just
Thank you.
for you, for when to do what.
Okay, thank you, Professor.
All right. Okay, so anything else? Any other questions?
Professor, I had a quick question.
Yes.
So like, how does like a typical format for quizzes in this class look like?
Can you speak up again, Manusha?
I was asking, like, what is the typical format of quizzes in this class?
Oh, typical format of quizzes. That's a good question. Little problem solving, multiple choice, that kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah. And don't worry about the quizzes, like the formal quizzes, that is part of your grade, has 2 attempts in it. And these 2 attempts has identical questions. Then you might ask, hey, then what's the point? Point is that I want you guys to go and take the quiz early, like maybe when it is up for, I think, 48 hours. Go up early, and then you know which part you need to focus more based on your quiz grading, right? And then you read through them and come back, redo the same quiz and get 100% score. That's what my goal is. Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, Joseph.
So I saw that we need to download like the lockdown browser and I think plus a webcam, I think. Does that apply to the quizzes, the midterm and final, all of them?
Yes, quiz, midterm, final. Yeah, all of them need to go through the the lockdown browser and webcam.
Okay, and is it all closed notes, closed book?
Quizzes are not closed book, closed note is open book, open everything. I just want to have some formality in that quizzes so that you guys start taking it seriously. Okay, and you study it seriously before you attempt the quiz. Final exams, I usually allow cheat sheets to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right. Other questions?
So since the quiz is open note, are we like if we have our notes online, can we have like a phone
Yeah, in a different
to
device.
access them?
Yes, you
We
can.
need to have our notes on paper.
No, if you
Okay.
want to have another device that you want to access it, fine, perfectly okay.
Oh wait, Professor, you said the quizzes are open note, but not the finals or midterms?
Not the final and midterm. Final and midterm, I allow cheat sheets, like 1 page, but it's not open book, open note.
Okay, but the quizzes are, right?
Quizzes are,
Okay, thank you.
because the goal of the quiz is really to make you guys study and understand that subject. So,
Okay.
so it's, and you'll see the quizzes are less informative based, more like a problem solving based and understanding based. So it is yeah, unless you understand really, you probably won't be doing good in the quiz.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else, guys?
I have a question.
Yes, Shresh.
So when you do the second iteration of the quiz, like when you retake it, does the second time replace the initial score, or does it average out both scores?
I think it's a best of 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so make sure that we have this prerequisite survey to be completed by August 25th. That's very important. Make sure you complete that, upload your transcript so that I can cross-check your prerequisite completion. And I will go over these maybe this coming weekend. And if there is anything wrong, I'll let you know. So nothing is end of the world. Like if something is wrong, I'll just keep communicating with you till the matter is resolved. All right. And also make sure to cover the next day's topic and watch the videos before you come into the class so that we can have meaningful discussion around in the class. All right. Anything else, anyone? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up now. Nope. Okay, then all right. Good night, everybody, and see you on Wednesday.
Thank you, Professor.